Tonight on an Independence Day Eve edition of Sports Talk, he just might be on his way to a world title, and he just turned 18. Local boxing phenom joins me on set. What a story he is, and his dad, too. They are both here. Plus, why not? Let's pit Tiger Woods, that guy, against Robert Griffin III, RG3. Who will prevail when all is said and done? I'll explain all that. And I stopped by a burger eating contest today and talked to the winner. How many could this guy possibly eat in 10 minutes? You won't believe it. Hold the mustard. Sports Talk starts right now. Okay, it's tough. Now we're off and running, my man. Gotta get the opening going, then we're off and running. Am I still on one? This has music on it. We do not have the Philadelphia Art Museum steps here in Washington, you know, like the ones in Rocky. I'm dating myself. So we are settling for this beautiful shot of the Lincoln Memorial. Everybody, thank you so much for tuning in tonight on this 4th of July Eve. Hope everybody has power. If you're watching, presumably you do, and you're safe. We're talking everything from Tiger Woods to RG3 to a very rare, pun intended, burger contest. We begin though with boxing. Remember this name, folks, Dusty Harrison. Dusty just turned 18, lives in Southeast DC, trains in PG County. I was out there to watch this guy. He's unreal. He is already a professional. He's undefeated at 6-0 as a pro and appears to be on the very fast track to a shot at a world title. Dusty will fight a week from Saturday, July 14th. He is the main event in a card at the Washington Convention Center. He's the big guy in the middle there with a pretty face that all the girls like and hope doesn't get hit too much. Dusty joins me now. Dusty, how you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Thanks for being here. Your dad / trainer, buddy. What's up, buddy?
How are you?
Good. I'm good. Thank you guys for coming in. Let me get this straight. He was in the middle of training, and you pulled him out for a TV appearance?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was a little bit mad at him, but it ain't his fault. He got 2 hours in, so we're all right.
I came out a couple months ago. You were getting ready. It may have been your 4th fight or your 5th fight, and I watched you train. And it was like you're 16 going on. At that point, you were 17, going on about 29 boxing years. How do you do this at such a young age?
It starts to come natural now. I've been doing it for so long. You know, I have videos of me when I was a baby throwing punches at exhibition when I was 6, amateur fights when I was 8. So now it's just the routine now.
Dad, how did you get him into boxing?
You know, actually, I just wanted him to learn. Growing up in a tough neighborhood, I just wanted to learn how to fight. That's the honest truth. I had no intentions on becoming the gold glove champion, which he won 3 years in a row in Las Vegas. A silver glove champion, won a couple of times. National titles. In fact, he won one every year since 2004. But when we first started, I just wanted him to be able to take care of himself in school, in the neighborhood. I had no idea it would turn out to be like this. And then we started traveling. He had 197 fights.
When did it dawn on you that you couldn't just take care of yourself at school or around the bad corner in the neighborhood, but you were like, you know what, I can do this? When did that hit you?
I think when I won it was my first national tournament that I won, the National Silver Gloves. I was 11. And it was a big tournament. It was one of the most important tournaments that a junior can win. And I realized I could fight.
Cool. Dad, the notion of too much too soon. I think about a guy named Todd Marinovich. I'm dating myself now again. First the Rocky theme, now this. 20 years ago, quarterback can't miss. His dad trained him when he was this big. It ended up he kind of burned out. We haven't heard from him since. Do you worry about too much too soon for this fella?
You know, that was a criticism that I received in the beginning. It's too early. Why not try for the Olympic gold? And so far, I'm exactly right. It worked out perfect. He's 6-0. At 17 years old, he was 6-0. He's never been hurt. He's never been down. In fact, he's yet to lose a round. He's never been in trouble. He's graduated from high school. He's completely healthy. He's never been hurt. He'll make the right decision. And we have friends, and I have people at my gym that we've lost, and been killed, and murdered. And in fact, we went to the funeral, and he fought with, rest in peace, Ja'Cory Butler. Well, that could have been him, but he's in the gym every day. So who made the right decision?
You mentioned him in the gym every day. A sidebar to this really neat story, and I got to meet you guys a couple months ago. You had your own troubles when you were a young man. You have taken those lessons, and not only are you training your son to be a heck of a boxer and a heck of a man, but you open that gym to kids at night. This is in Prince George's County, and you want kids to come off the street, stay out of trouble, come in the gym, and box. Just talk about that some.
Well, we got a lot there. I got a lot of people in foster homes, group homes, and a lot of them, and that kid's probably been there for 5 months. The parents have no clue they're boxing. 12, 15 years old, they walk everywhere. They catch a metro there. But it gets a lot off the street. But we lose quite a bit too. But,
When you say lose, you mean these folks have died?
oh, sure. Or in prison. They're died, they've been locked out of prison. But we saved quite a few too.
When you're getting ready for a fight, we'll fight a week from Saturday. What is this ramping up period like? How do you do this?
This week I'm getting my last sparring in. I'm gonna rest next week, make sure I'm healthy, make sure my weight's okay. Probably do some more conditioning next week, a lot of running, stuff like that.
Everybody you're fighting is older than you. You're not fighting the 14-year-olds, okay?
No.
You fight dudes that are 30, 35, 27. These are men, okay, that have been around. Does any part of you feel uncomfortable, or do you get, I don't want to say the word scared, but do you think to yourself, uh-oh, this is a big dude I'm going at here that has a lot more seasoning than I do. How do you sort of deal with all of that?
Well, I think it's because ever since I was 14, I've been sparring men in the gym, open fighters, which is experienced amateur fighters and pros. And I've gotten to spar so many pros that I don't think there's no reason for me to be scared in that fight.
We know Dad is up for this stuff. He trains you. We got some great video I'd love to show of you, how intense you are when you're working with him, because I got to see it firsthand. But Mom, what does Mom think about that beautiful face of yours? Dude's hitting that thing.
She's starting to come around to it, but still fight night, you know, she looks like she's ready to cry. She cried before my first fight. She used to cry at all my amateur fights. She's getting better at it because now she's realizing how good I am, I guess. She comes to the gym, she still doesn't watch me spar. Because she'll be the loudest one at the fight. She thinks she's my coach sometimes.
There you go. What weight class? What do you weigh?
Welterweight, 147.
147. Dad, I know your dream is you wanted to be a world champion. What else is there to dream of? How does this process, how does he go from young guy at 6-0 to contender where he's going to get a chance to fight people, to get a chance to fight for a championship?
Well, we have to be very careful. Of course, these guys are older and the maturity strength. But when you said that they're older and they have more experience, do they? The guy with 20 professional fights, and he has 6. Most people say, well, the guy with 20 professional fights has more experience. Does he? He's had 200 amateur fights. He's been doing it since he was a baby. So really, who has more experience? The 18-year-old does.
Buddy, what's it like for you? I mean, you're his father, you're his trainer. But that's a different dynamic than just a trainer-fighter relationship. What does all this mean to you?
You know, I too, of course, worry and get a little nervous and things. But to me, the boxing is just something else in life. It's not the most important thing in the world to me. If he grows up and be successful.
He says that now, but when we're in the gym.
I'm happy.
You didn't say that when I was there.
No,
I didn't hear him say that.
Of course I want him to be a world champion. I would love that, and I hope I'm around to see it. But I know there's more important things in it. To turn out to be a good young man, I'd be very happy.
When you're the main event, as you will be on Saturday in your hometown, you're supposed to win. I bet you've been favored, albeit the younger guy, in your first 6 fights or so. Some pressure that comes with that. It's one thing to go in with a chip on your shoulder. The other guy's coming in with a chip on his shoulder. How do you deal with that?
I mean, I know what I have to do, and the crowd, it doesn't bother me. I think it helps me. You know, fighting in front of all my friends and family, so I do want to impress them. But I know I have enough experience not to try too hard, to know that the most important thing is to win, not get a knockout, not get hurt, you know. So I deal with it pretty good.
The guy is a veteran. He's got 40 fights.
The guy's fighting.
Yes.
How old is he?
30.
He's 30.
And
He's
got
old.
40 fights.
He's old.
But you know, I think he'll be just fine.
I'm burying the lead here. Girlfriend, we got girls out here watching. The girls love sports talk on a Tuesday with Alex Parker. To deal with the girls. Look at his face. To deal with the girls.
Yeah, he does just fine with them. He's just friendly to everybody. You know, so they don't get married anytime soon.
Listen to him now.
And,
I brought girls up when I met you guys a couple months ago, getting ready for that fight, and he was like, he wasn't nervous until I started talking to girls, and he was like, oh, there's no time for girls. You have a girlfriend?
Yes, I do.
How's she deal with all this?
No, she's fine. She supports me.
one cool thing I thought when I met you a couple months ago, you were getting ready to go. You played high school basketball,
Yeah.
high school team. You had to pick between, I think, the state championship,
Yeah,
like semifinals.
It was a state championship.
State championship game, or fighting that night, and you kind of had to pick fighting because this is what you're going to do. That had to be tough.
Yeah, I watched. We lost in the state championship, but I watched. It was a good game, and then I went straight to my fight.
Cool. Folks out there, if you want to watch a heck of a fighter, and then in 10 years from now, when he's world champ, say, you know, I saw him fight. It was his 7th pro fight. We're going to put the poster up. Tell folks where they can call, website, all that stuff if they want to get tickets.
If you need tickets for this fight, they have general admission and they have ringside, and very fair prices. That's Keystone Boxing at 301-423-5700.
Cool. Amen. Best of luck. I'm pulling for you. I'm betting you're going to win a week from Saturday. And then, when he's a world champ, remember, it all started here on Sports Talk on a
Thank you
Tuesday.
very, very much.
Thank you, buddy. Thanks for what you're doing for the kids, too.
Thank you.
Amen. Best of luck. Stay safe.
Thank you.
Sports Talk on a Tuesday continues. Tiger Woods, 2 days hence his title. He's getting ready to play again. But I figured out a way to pit Tiger Woods against RG3 because that's what we do. That and more when Sports Talk continues. Don't go away.